we'll be talking about Hardhat. So what is Hardhat? And Hardhat is a Ethereum development platform for professionals. So we'll go about Hardhat briefly and what is it, and then we'll talk more in depth about like how to get it going and all the programming stuffs and all. So let me share my screen so that so here as you see, Hardhat is an Ethereum development platform for professionals. So we use it to run Solidity clothes, and if you're not aware with Solidity, Solidity is the programming language to write smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain or EVM compatible. Like EVM compatible are Binance Smart Chain, then Phantom, then Avalanche, then Matic, then and all these. There are lots of like EVM, but the most common ones are because of Ethereum of high gas fees, so people are moving towards Polygon, they are moving towards Avalanche, they are moving towards Phantom, and besides the EVM we also have like ADA and Solana, so which are Cardano and Solana, which are different sets of blockchain networks. So here we'll discuss about EVM because like Ethereum types are the most common platform, and so we'll just go through briefly. So what is Hardhat? So before installing Hardhat, so this I'm like using a Windows machine. So here so I have almost run all the commands, and here there is an excellent tutorial in the website. So just go to the tutorial link, and then so here it tells about what is Hardhat, and so we write codes in JavaScript and Solidity. So first we have to set up the development environment, and to set up a development environment first we have to install Node.js. So if you are not familiar with Node.js, then you should know a bit of Node.js. So Node.js is a JavaScript framework. So here we have to, so these are for Linux, for Mac and for Windows, so depending on which operating system you're using, but I prefer Mac, and Mac and Linux is much better because it's very easy to configure, and Windows takes a bit of time. And if you are planning to get into the programming language, so it's better you shift to Linux or Mac, because it is much easier to install the modules so that you don't spend hours configuring your development machine. So that's all about just 1 minute. Yeah, so after you have installed a Node.js, then we get on with Hardhat. So we make a directory. So this is just a simple command to make the directory, then go inside the directory, then set up a simple Node.js project, and then we install Hardhat. So this is a command where we install, then we initialize the Hardhat project. So we put this command npx Hardhat, then it will come up with this choices. So you select here, we create a simple project and all. Then Hardhat environment is based on plugins, so we have to install some plugins to connect with the Ethereum blockchain. So then it is all based on tasks, and the good thing about Hardhat is that it has already got a local blockchain network, so you don't have to install Ganache. Ganache is an independent blockchain and network which you install locally. So here it also come in between, so we have to install some modules here. So these are the modules which will help us in the development. And then so this is, so we will write and compile the codes. So this is I'll open up Virtual Studio. So this is the Virtual Studio. So this is a sample initialization project. So here we have a contracts directory where we put all the smart contracts. So here it's already come with a simple smart contract. So here let me go through briefly this code. So here this tells about which compiler version of Solidity to use. So here we're using 08.0, then we import this module of Hardhat so that we log the console messages. So yeah, then so this is all like object oriented programming if you are not familiar with. So here is the constructor. It tells that deploying a greeting, then this is a function which returns the greeting, then this is a function which sets the greeting, so you set the greeting. So we'll compile this, and these are the modules, and this is the package manager. If you open up, so these modules are required. So this is Hardhat, all these things, these are all Node.js package manager. So if you're not familiar with Node.js, you have to brush up your skills. So here it is installing this development modules like Ether, Hardhat, all these things, and this is the configuration file of Hardhat. So here also this Solidity version should be same as the Solidity version which you're using here. And then after we compile it, and like after we compile smart contract, then it creates the ABI in this folder. So it comes in artifacts, and this is the generated application binary interface. So it's called ABI. So this is JSON file. This is the format which tells. So we just have to use this to when we want to connect our front end application to the smart contract in the backend. So this sits in between. So you'll be familiar with all these things when you start programming. So here, so this is the sample program. So this is the tells about the which version of Solidity used, and this is the definition of token. So here they have defined some variables. So public means like you can access this variable outside the outside the smart contract. So here's some mapping is done. So this is the main constructor. So here it like you can assign the total supply of coins, how much you want. So this is a sample. You can just we can just copy and paste and then run it as well. We can also run it in the Remix platforms, but here we won't be discussing about Remix. We will be discussing about Hardhat only. So here this is the command to compile npx Hardhat. So here we already have some file. So this is the command to compile that smart contract which I have shown in here. So this is the smart contract. So this will compile this one here. So we like if we just put this command, then it will, like after some time it will tell that the file is this smart contract is compiled and it is ready to be deployed. So when you change something in a smart contract, then you have to compile and deploy it again. And when you deploy it, then it will get a new address of the smart contract, because as you know that in blockchain the smart contracts are immutable. So when you deploy it again, it will get another new address. So we have to use that new address when you want to connect our front end with this new smart contract. So make sure that when you change something in the smart contract, then you always have to compile and deploy it. And after you have deployed, you will get a new smart contract address, which we put it in our front end to connect with it. And also we will, while compiling, we'll also get a new like ABI, which comes in like artifacts, then contracts, this folder. So this artifacts and then contracts, and this JSON file is again created when you change something in the smart contract. So this is just some tips where you should not forget when you change something in a smart contract or add in some more features. So yes, so this is compiled, and then we go to test the contract. So testing the contract, we write our own JavaScript. So here we have some so here you put in the script folder. So here it already has some sample script, so we can run this command. So here it tells that, just let me go briefly. So here it loads this module, and then it connects with this smart contract, and then it deploys it. Then after deployed, it gives a console log message that this is deployed and this is the address of the new address. So we can run it. So here also in the tutorial it is explained all each and every line of the program of the script, the test script, the JavaScript script which comes so here we can test it npx hardhat text. So if we write npx hardhat test, then it will do the test. So this will take some time because my recording computer is a bit slow. So here these are some so it is doing the testing, and depending on how you write the test script, it will show, like it will display in the output. So what all messages or what all test messages like you want to show based on the testing results, so whether the test was done. So here it is deploying a greeting, hello world, so all these things. So this these things is there in the test script. So here this is run, and here it shows an output. So this is all about a testing. Then after we test it, then we can also debug it. So this comes in a console log. So we can write some script in the test script as well. So we put our debugging thing and all. Then after it is done, then we can deploy it on the live network. So for deployment also we have to write a script, which we put it in the. So this is the command. So this is the command that run. This is the script, and here we use this so that if we want to deploy it on a test network or main network, so these things will change. So if we put on network LInkeidin, then it will try to deploy it on the LInkeidin network. And if you don't put it anything, then it will try to install it locally. So here we can also try to install it locally. So let us check the script. So this is the sample script.js. So let us run it. Sample script.js. So let us copy this a bit, and then we can change it. So here it says sample SMP. There's some spelling mistake, so we have to, it'll give some error. SCRIPT. So we have to check the output, what it does, and then after it is so we have to install this module. So this module is not there. So let us install this. Then after that it will try to deploy it in the local Hardhat blockchain network. And a good thing about Hardhat is that once you deploy it, then it will automatically like initiate a new blockchain network, and then after deploying it, it will close down. And but we get all our work done, so we will get all the address where it is installed. And if we want to keep the blockchain running there, so we have to open up a terminal and then run this command so that it does not close the blockchain network, the Hardhat blockchain network. So these are the things, these are the simple things which you need to. So let's so these are deployed to remote networks. Here I am installing it in local network. Then so going through this brief tutorial, then this. So then after that we write the front end. So like after we have deployed the smart contract in the blockchain network, so we write the front end. So front end we'll discuss later. So front end can be where first we have to connect our wallet. So this is since this is a Web3 application, so we have to connect with a crypto wallet like MetaMask. So this is a MetaMask installed here, and then we connect it. Then it depends on, so after connection, we in the front end, it depends on which all functions you are calling in the smart contract, and then what all results you want to show. So all these things are there. So we'll not go into depth all these things. But here, so here, yeah, so here it is deployed. So deploying a greeting, so hello world, and this is the address. So this is the address of the smart contract, and this is installed inside the Hardhat blockchain network. So this is a brief overview of how to use Hardhat in your development, like Ethereum development environment. So this is a great tool where you don't have to install a lot of softwares. So you test your codes locally in your machine with Hardhat, and then like instead of Hardhat also there are other options, like you can install the Ganache blockchain as well. And after you have tested, then you deploy it in a test network like Rinkaby or Robston. And after you are done all testing, then you can install it in the mainnet, whether it's Ethereum or Polygon or Avalanche or Phantom. The same codes will work. Just we have to change some configuration values. The same solidity codes will work. So that's a brief overview of how things are done with Hardhat. And besides, please do follow our channel. So we'll be posting a lot of about different programming and blockchain, about NFTs, about metaverse, and also cryptocurrencies, which all projects are good, how to invest, decentralized application, because all these things are related. All these things are dependent on the blockchain technology, and this is all Web3. So you will need a crypto wallet to search. So let me show you some DeFi applications. So AVAX is this is another like Ethereum base, so blazingly fast, low cost. So we'll also we have done some videos in it before. So do check our old videos, and do write to us and comment to us if you want to know more about all these things like NFTs and crypto, metaverse. And we also provide internship. If any student is watching, we also provide internship in these fields. Until then, we'll come again with new videos from time to time. Thank you, and bye bye.